I wanted to make something fun for this month's Reddit cocktail contest, and the rules were simple: low ABV, orange, and vanilla. I thought sake would make a decent base, and I also wanted to incorporate the latest addition to my interesting concoction section, Meyer Lemon Essential Syrup and White Miso Paste. Meyer Lemons are just now in season, and while I'm not a huge fan of orange and vanilla in cocktails, always seems a little too dreamsicle or like a kid's candy, I found an interesting way to add it in, so let's check out Shiroi Yuujo, the white courtesan. I don't use sake in cocktails too often, and I think the last time I had infused it with shiso leaf, which was quite delicious, but this time I think I'll let the sake stand on its own. Given the other ingredients, I'm not sure which type though. Nigori, which is an unfiltered sake where the rice particles create a sweet and creamy texture, or this Junmai Ginjo. Junmai Ginjo is considered a dry sake, and they polish the rice considerably before fermentation, leaving only the starch at the center of the rice, which adds more delicate fruit and floral notes. I believe this one is polished to 55%. I guess let's try one of each. Here's our specs, and I'm going to stir this dry to mix in the miso before adding a cube and stirring to chill. Because these flavors are already fairly delicate, I don't want too much dilution. The garnish is important. This is a completely edible orange skin, and I do this a little different because, unlike candy, I want this to retain some of the bitterness from the pith. I mean, what's my name? Bring 1 cup of water and 2 cups of sugar to a boil with a few cracked cardamom pods, 1 star anise, and a vanilla pod sliced through. Cut up a few oranges, removing the peel, and slice into either strips or however you want for your garnish. Once boiling, add in the orange peels and reduce to a simmer, stirring occasionally for about 45 minutes. Strain this out and retain that syrup for another use, and store in the freezer separated by wax paper. The Junmai Ginjo version is very nice. That Meyer lemon is front and center, the subtle notes from the sake are providing a nice backdrop, and that interesting umami from the miso paste is adding some considerable depth you don't normally find in a cocktail. But the point of this is the garnish, adding sweet and bitter orange. Oh wow, that just gets at you a different way. The bitter pith really hits the sides of your tongue, and that sweet orange goes right down the middle, and the cocktail is almost like cleaning it off again. That is a unique experience. Let's see if we get the same feeling from the sweeter Nigori version. I like this one too, and the sweeter, creamier sake, it makes it feel different. Like it's almost the same flavor, just the texture is what drives it. I want to do these cocktails again, but instead of just stirring in the miso, I'm using a 1-to-1 by volume fresh squeezed orange juice and miso solution. This isn't a syrup or tincture, just those 2 ingredients, and this will increase the amount of umami while also increasing the orange flavor. Okay, well, both of these are pretty good. I think you lose a little bit of the impact from the miso, and in the first grouping, I prefer the Junmai Ginjo version, and here I think I prefer the Nigori. I think the extra juice mixes well with the sweet cream of the rice, but which one to enter into the contest? I'll catch you all at the next happy hour. I'm not sure I like this name. I wish there was some funny way to use the word miso. You know, like maybe an old movie quote, something sassy and risque. Miso what, though?